Today I'm going to talk through, well, an issue I was actually dealing with on this gun that I thought would make for good conversation. Talking about the M&P 40 caliber and fitting the gun to your hand or the grips. So, I'm trying to take my own advice. Normally the feedback is just, I want to pick a grip that leaves enough room for my support hand to go on the gun, but I feel like I can connect to the gun, and when I shoot, both my firing hand and support hand kind of feel like they're connected. So when I'm shooting, it doesn't feel like the pistol's moving around inside my hands or anything like that. So kind of doing that. I've shot a couple thousand rounds to the gun at this point. I end up every trip from the range kind of pulling the box out that I got the gun in and looking at all the different size back straps and trying it all over again. Just going to be honest. So the way to take out the grip in this one, or the back straps, this little piece in the butt, I'm going to turn this thing, this little piece slides out. Then after that, the grips just slide out. And there are, well, I got this gun as a trade-in, a police trade-in from AIM Surplus, but I'm pretty sure this came with 4, and I'm pretty sure that's all they come with anyway. So what I've got is small, medium large, and then large. Man, like I said, I'm just going to be completely real. There's none of these that I really love that much so far. Every time I take this thing to the range, on my way home, I'm like, man, I'm going to try the other back straps. I don't really love this. So I just thought, well, I'm going to pull all this nonsense out and try dealing with it again. Let me just look through the options and see what I like. Just starting from the biggest one, the large backstrap. This one for me is definitely a no-go. I can reach all the controls, but I feel like front to back, it's just, I don't know, it just feels tougher to get the gun seated in my hand the way I want. There's a weird kind of the way the contour of the back of the backstrap is. It's just one of those things, I just don't like it. It's just no-go. The next size down, medium large. The other problem I've dealt with on these, I kind of keep going back and forth. I don't feel like any of these at the top are like blend in very well. So you look at this thing from the side and you can clearly see daylight like right through here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I find that super annoying because it's just a great part to pinch your hand. So that one doesn't feel awful, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I could use this one and then try chop this piece off. Maybe I chop it off somewhere, or I don't really want to glue it in place. But it's like, if that thing stayed all the way up, it'd be fine. But the way this thing kind of bends down and gets in the way, I don't really love that. I can already, like, there's a ledge over here on this side. Yeah, this is a no-go. This sucks. So this one would be a no-go for me. This is pretty unfiltered. This is just me trying these. So yeah, this one totally sucks because here's a ledge. I'm already going to get a hot spot on my hand right here from where that's not blended. This piece up here has got a huge gap. So this one with training, oh yeah, especially right there where my, like right next to my thumb, my firing hand, this one is just going to create hot spots and chew my hands up. So I'll keep it, but that could get thrown in the trash. Today, I would be fine with that. So here is the medium one, which the medium and the small are the two I normally kind of bounce between. This one, my biggest complaint with this, with kind of the pistol in general, is if you look, I don't know who in their right mind thought this was a good idea. When you look at the kind of the diameter of the pistol, obviously there's a low spot where the backstrap goes in. But once I add the backstrap, the pistol gets thicker, but only thicker right where this backstrap is. So there isn't a backstrap that actually equals the same diameter as what the rest of the grip is. And I think that's the part that I don't like. Because it just doesn't feel, I don't know, it's not concentric. So the two I always switch between, or I'll come home and be like, man, the other ones to play, this is not working, is between these two. And for this one, the medium, It doesn't feel bad. I have room for my support hand. I don't know. I just don't like that it's not. If I could just get rid of this and make this kind of like straight the whole way around or the same diameter. So either this needs to get built up, this needs to get sanded down, or I'm considering doing like one of the Talon grip tapes because I think that would at least smooth out that so it'd feel, I don't know, less like the grip is two different pieces and make it feel, I don't know, as one, I suppose. Like it was all meant to be together. The other spot, yeah, there's going to be a hot spot here also. I'm going to have to end up using my Dremel on this thing at some point. Because right there's another hot spot. Just the way it's, like the ledge works. I'll end up getting chewed up by that. As far as being able to, like, reach the trigger, no issues with either one. So I could maybe make that work. Otherwise, the one I've been using is the small. We'll see if I'll, like, come to that conclusion again. So you can see, the reason I've chosen it up till now is it's kind of the least, like, obtrusive as far as kind of blending in with the diameter of the rest of the grip. The only downside with this one now is, like, I have a little bit less area to put my support hand on. But I've shot probably the most rounds with this small backstrap on, and I shoot it pretty well, actually. A friend of mine was with me at the range while I was shooting, so this in .40 caliber. So 125 frange ammo doesn't recoil a ton, but it's a little bit of snap, and he was actually, I don't know, he seemed impressed. I thought I was doing okay with it. So I can shoot it okay, but I don't know. The grip situation needs to get addressed. Especially, I made another video talking about it. Now that this gun has an Apex 9mm barrel in it. I made a video previously talking about that, but Apex, I guess full disclosure to talk about this stuff, I didn't pay for it. Apex was kind enough to, I shipped the gun to them on my dime, but everything else they did for free. So they installed one of their matched barrels, the Gunsmith Fit one for free, and put in one of their flat triggers. And then they paid the shipping back to me. So, I'm not trying to be boastful or anything. I just think it's important to talk about that stuff. So, now that I have, anyway, the 9mm barrel for this, I can switch. I have a set of 9mm magazines and a set of .40 caliber magazines. So I can switch back and forth and shoot either caliber in the same range session. So today I had this thing on the range, and within, I don't know, a minute, you just, take the gun apart, pull the barrel out, the barrel in, put it right back together. Same recoil spring. And Apex changed the extractor also while they had it in the gun. And anyway, that enabled it. I don't know if that enabled it or if it was just because their extractor's newer or better compared to the one that was in the gun from when the coppers shot it. Because this was a police trade-ins gun. But anyway, no issues at all with either caliber. So now that it has a 9mm barrel, I'm going to want to shoot this thing a bunch long term, even after the .40 caliber ammo is gone. So I want to get this grip situation figured out. Like I said, of these, just messing through it today, the reason I like this one the best is just because the small has kind of the least amount of difference between of heights. You can see again where I add that one where the grip gets a lot thicker through there. So just in like messing around with it, even today, yeah, that's a no-go. So I think of these, the one I like the best. Leaving the range today, I was like, man, I'm going to pull out the box. I'm going to look at all the grips, and there's got to be one I like better than this, because this one just kind of sucks. And, nah, this is, I think, still the best one of the options. So I'll leave the small one in it for now. But I think next step, something has to change. I think getting I believe Ben's has the Talon grip tape. I might try that route on the small grip, and then adding grip tape would increase the diameter just a tick and maybe blend kind of where those two spots are from the thinner grip to where it kind of gets thicker where the backstrap insert is. So I think that might be the play. But I need to do some Google searching, or if you guys know of a place, or there's a lot of M&P boys out there, if you have a favorite backstrap, because I would assume somebody aftermarket makes backstrap pieces for this. So if there's an aftermarket one I should use, then I'm happy to just do that also. Because again, I plan on getting quite a bit of mileage out of this gun. Now that it has an Apex full send trigger and a 9mm barrel, it's a gun I'll keep around for a while. So that's just, like I said, unfiltered, me just talking through it. For a number of reasons, these two are an absolute no-go that I would never want to shoot 5 rounds with it on the gun. And then between the medium and the small, I think I like the small better still, just because, I don't know, it feels like it's a little bit easier to connect to the gun, but it's just still a bit small. So if I could build up the grip just a tick, could always do the silicone carbide route also, but maybe just getting a different backstrap or Talon grip tape will be the play. So you guys are good at, engaging. Well, I appreciate it. You guys like, share, subscribe, and all that nonsense that I'm supposed to ask you to do. My wife says I'm supposed to ask you to do anyway. But if you would, in the comments, let me know, you M&P people, what backstrap situation you like, or if it's like grind it down, build it up, add tape, or an aftermarket backstrap, whichever one, because I'll just get whatever you guys tell me to get, and I will try that, because the gun is way too cool and something I want to keep, so it's worth putting the effort in it to get the grip situation figured out. If I was just going to blast a bunch of ammo through this thing in 40 caliber and then not shoot it afterwards, I probably wasn't going to go to as much effort. I would just shoot the gun as is, shoot it, and then when it got done, it would just go back in the safe until I had 40 caliber ammo somewhere down the road. But now that it's like I said, kind of got new life breathed into it, I want to get this gun figured out in a way that I actually want to shoot it, because I think it's a pretty cool gun, and it will be a lot more fun to shoot. So if you would, let me know how to set up the gun. Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said earlier, like, share, subscribe, all that nonsense that I'm supposed to ask you to do, and I hope you have a good day.